Good evening, friends. Thank you for joining Candid Meena. An evening to follow what's happening in India and abroad. Thank you for sending me your useful comments and suggestions. If you believe in this channel, do hit the like button, share with friends, and spread the message. Our only mission is to bring you the truth and both sides of the story. Thank you for your support. Today, Jaydev joins us in this session. Welcome, Jaydev.
Good evening to all of you once again. And today we have a lot of interesting news right from Karan Johar quitting Twitter. I don't know if it's a publicity gimmick. Then we have news of NC the Delhi Council for Women asking this guy to be removed. That is Sajid Khan from Big Boss, so the DCW chief. So we have a lot of interesting news lined up. Before that, let's get to the Toon Tales for today. And this is the Toon Tales for today. So I think it's quite apt as far as Modi ji is concerned that we are closing in on the Karnataka election and 2024 national elections. So he should choose his ministers very carefully from now on. So let's welcome all our people. Hi Karthik, how are you? Hi Supriya. Then hi Sunita. Hi Savitri. Hi Gloria. Hi Varsha. Hi Relax and Sleep. Sandhya. Good evening Nina. Hi Vishali, how are you? So friends, if you do like the content, please do hit the like button as always, as this will help reach more audiences, especially more young audiences who are unaware of what happens in Bollywood, the nefarious activities of Bollywood. Hi Nisha, how are you? Yeah, so let's get to the first piece of news. And the first piece of news is, with regards to Sajid Khan, as you know that he is part of the Big Boss 16, and Delhi Commission for Women Chief Swati Maliwal has written to the Union Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Thakur demanding the removal of Sajid Khan from Big Boss show over allegations of sexual harassment leveled against him by several women during the Me Too movement, and she has written to the Minister Anurag Thakur. Now, the first episode was aired on October 1st, and 10 women had accused Sajid Khan of sexual harassment during the Me Too movement in the past. All these complaints showed the disgusting mentality of Sajid Khan. Now, this man has been given a place in Big Boss, which is wrong. I have written to Anurag Thakur to have Sajid Khan removed from the show. She tweeted in Hindi on Monday. Now, Sajid Khan was suspended for a year by the Indian Film and Television Directors Association in 2018 after multiple women accused him of sexual harassment. Earlier that year, he stepped down as the director of Household 4 and was replaced by Farhad. So this is a very good move from the Delhi Commission of Women, Chief Swati Maliwal, in this particular case. So, what do you have to say about that?
Yeah. See, it is something that Indians should be ashamed of. But then, see, you will see that always the people who have made who have made us ashamed of them, like Riya Chakravarti and Sajid and all these people, are the ones promoted most by the cabal. Now, there was a party where Bunty Sajdev was celebrating his birthday. And who do you think arrives for that? It's all people from the cabal. And the first one to top the list is Riya Chakravarti. Now, Riya Chakravarti poses in the party for photographers as if she's got 100 movies in her pocket. Similarly, you have Mauni. Now, Mauni seems to have kicked out her husband and he uses him only as an escort. So you have all these item goals also coming in. So it's like those we are most ashamed of are the ones that adorn the Bollywood, what you call crown. And here Sajid Khan he himself said he has no work. The very reason he has no work is because he is a lecturer's guy. Nobody can trust him. Can you trust your daughter with Sajid Khan? No. Very clearly, Jia Khan had said her sister was being exploited and she had to pull her out of Sajid Khan's movie. And there were many people, in fact, there were many actresses who refused to divulge what had happened to them. People like Tamanna, so many people had acted with him, including Malaika Arora's sister. So many other women have acted, in his films. But all of them kept very quiet because they thought that let him use them and then at least they get a film. So such people should be ostracized and made to made every make everyone know what is his exact position in society.
Yeah, so let's take a few comments.
Yeah,
No point complaining to Anurag Thakur. He himself is always whining and dining with Bollywood folk. Yes, very good point, Mira. See how lost the justice from the law of our country. It's as if the law is forgiving and let going the Bollywoods. Now Bollywoodians should be punished who did wrong. Yeah, that's what Jeevan. I really reiterated the fact that India needs to take a hard stand, especially the central government should, make a crackdown on the funding of Bollywood, just like how they did a crackdown on the PFI. Similar has to be done at least, as soon as possible before 2024. Rashmika flew to Maldives recently, and I just remembered a session of Kajal Hindustani ma'am. Yes, about the reality of Maldives trip. So Bollywood gets another girl to ruin. Yes, Varsha. And why blame, Bollywood in a sense? Because these actresses, these greedy actresses like Rashmika and Pooja Hegde, they are very successful in South, film industry. Why they want more money? They are already established in South film industry, but they want more and more money, and they are, putting muska on people like Salman Khan for roles in films. So what's the need for that? Because they need more and more money. Mauni wears saris like bikini tops and skimpy skirts. Yeah, so it is all these item girls like Mauni Roy. Then you have other item girls also wearing the same dress like Urfi, Javed. BB should be burned down once and for all. Yes, Shaila, and it is very sad to know that Big Boss 16 still has a very huge fan following in India, and people do watch this series, and it has to people have to be aware of the reality of these shows. So you're getting interesting sort of weird people like this Abdul Rozik. He's I think a dwarf, and he's from a foreign country, and you're roping him in this edition of Big Boss 16. So ultimately, people have to people like Salman Khan have realized that his popularity is going down the drain, right? So he's roping in on the celebrity status of international celebrities like Abdur Rosi. Yeah. So yes, Maldives has plenty of private islands owned by these cabal members. They are no-go zones for general public. Imagine what may be happening then. Yes, Karthik. Habitual offenders should be put into a facility to be treated and not less let loose in society. Yes. Hope you're feeling better. This is for you.
yeah. Thank you,
Uh,
Vidya.
Even Vijay D2 followed at the same time, Sunita. So this is all you see a pattern, Sunita and everyone, is that the South Indian actors who were popular like Vijay Devarkonda, then you have Prabhas. They're all being made a fool of themselves by falling in the trap set by Bollywood. So this is what's happening. Actually, these actresses are only doing dirty and doing dirty acts. Mauni Roy, hubby is like a puppy. Yes, I mean it's quite strange to see
Yeah,
their
going
behavior. I
behind
mean,
her. Yeah, no personality of his own. She ruined that guy. Absolutely. Is Maldives new Dubai?
yes.
Thank you so much, Nina,
Thank
for
you so much, Nina.
yeah, very sweet of you. Sunita, yes, Sunita ji, he's a part of Gejo gang, and that's how I believe Rashmika is everywhere in all the
Yes,
movies. Zoya, something good done by Kejo in his life. Because their stomachs never get filled, greedy, poor souls with load of money, no
correct.
contention. Urvashi
Yeah,
Rotela links with Indian
we'll
cricket.
be covering that,
Yeah, we'll be
Ankita,
covering that.
today.
Yes. Yeah.
Good evening,
Good evening,
Varun. How are
Varun.
you?
Yesterday, Kamal Creep started Tamil BB. Can't stand it. He's another unwanted product.
So he's
Already in
the
Ulti,
Tamil version of Rahul Gandhi,
yeah.
Savitri.
Already in Ulti Khopri channel, it was explained there are underwater houses where they deal with drugs nefariously, and these are no-go zones. Anita Sinha. A Pant usually has a steady
Yes.
girlfriend. They're only trying to trap him. Yes. Who is Mauni's husband? He is a man named Suraj Nambiar. Now, just as what Karthik had mentioned earlier, now Byju's faces flack over incorrect map showing Azad Kashmir issues, and now he issues a clarification. Now, the EdTech company Byju got flack on Twitter for a fake image prompting the company to come out with a clarification. The image in question is an Indian map depicting Azad Kashmir. Byju said in an official statement that it was a fake image and not their material. All our content is watermarked, and additionally, our logo usage is incorrect. We never use an underline below the logo. The statement added. The Baiju Ravindran led Unicorn also condemned the incorrect map of India and said it was being circulated with malicious intent after placing the incorrect logo on it. Moreover, the company added that they would be reporting the incident so that it could be further investigated. The company also said that the material distributed by them is in keeping with multiple accreditation boards at the national level. Money Control Exclusive Board in June stated that Baiju, currently valued at 22 billion, laid off over 2,500 employees across its group companies as the company was looking to aggressively cut costs with demand for edtech services moderating after two consecutive years of hypergrowth. Money Control also said that Byju's currently valued at 22 billion. So here the reason why Byju people suspect you is because your ambassador is none other than Shah Rukh Khan, and Shah Rukh Khan is not exactly in love with India. So all these actors hate the environment here and would like to leave India and live in a more comfortable environment. This is what they always constantly say.
Yes, and Byju's is not doing well financially also. So anytime Byju's can close down. If you look at the financial reports, they're not making any profit also.
Yeah,
And Shah Rukh Khan is an active investor in that venture.
yeah.
Kamala Hassan has some speech issues. Also, the way he speaks as if he can't speak clearly, says Jivan. Yes. And also heard Dhoni will start a new production house to produce movies in Telugu, Tamil, and Malayalam. Meanwhile, Kohli has started a restaurant, a chain of restaurants. So it's quite amusing as to the kind of side businesses these cricketers have. Anyone, anytime they change hobby like saris. Yes, Savitri. So guys, Manjushri, thanks for that, and do hit the like button so it reaches more and more audiences. Hi, Pooja, how are you? Yeah, Byju's is promoted by SRK, and I guess it's another funded thing of Cabal. I also heard that it's not that great as it promises, waste of money. I also heard like a lot of complaints from parents that teaching material is not good, and teachers are not that great. What is the big threat to Shehnaz Gill's father? Is it really serious that the daughter seems to call no stops with her newbie Bolly? We'll be coming to that, Himani, and nice to see you after a long time. So, yeah, thanks, Martin. They blocked or banned Kangana from Twitter. Why don't they do that to the movie Adi Purush? It is mocking Sanatan Dharma. Yes, Maya, you know that Twitter is a left liberal, media house. So they will do anything to sort of promote, anything anti-Indian or anti-Hindu, especially with the way Trump lost the election in the US. It's all thanks to Twitter, and I really do like the way Elon Musk is playing with Twitter right now. Hi Nanda, how are you? Is this a new PR stunt before the movie release Patan? Negative advertising is not working anymore. With what are you
Baiju.
alluding to?
Baiju.
Byju's, yeah.
Baiju.
I really don't think that will help in the promotion of Patan because Byju's is a educational institute, right? Like, so I don't see how that could help. Justice for, yes, Chandan, yes. Good evening, Vasanti. Kamala Hassan has been a creepy pervert from the youth itself. One actress with whom he was shooting complained about his so very prominent studio. Yes, Karthik, he has always been a very colorful character, and he has been a womanizer, and he has had many wives and affairs and everything. Yes, ban their restaurants and other business also. All products promoted by them should also be boycotted. Yes, Shaila.
Now, here, Shaila, when you say that, let me point you towards another direction as well. Now, this Gauri, who has absolutely I would say, expertise in furniture, has come out with a program where she ditto copies anything that's happening in Europe. And in fact, even her dialogue delivery is just like a small child has, learnt by heart his lesson. So she says, it's my experience in Europe and all, which has made me so strong and all that. Everybody knows, how much her brain is the size of a pea. And what she does is, she only works with people who are her fans, which is Malaika, Manish Malhotra. That is their gang. Okay. Why does she not dare work with others? Nobody will work with her because they know her. She has absolutely nothing in hand. It's all, you can just take any architectural digest, and, do convert a room into that. That's what she's doing at the moment. She has absolutely no idea what she's doing. And the kind of rooms that she's been doing, good for them. Just now, today, I saw her doing Malaika's son's room. That son should be ashamed. He has some anime posters all over the room, house, all over the bedroom, as though this guy is a small kid. When we know Malaika's son is not a kid. So what is this? What is her name? The Gauri Khan doing? So it's just that, see, they want to push themselves onto a public, like just like the nepo kids, thinking that because their fathers and mothers are famous, they can just tell us that, please watch our, not even please watch our films, that sort of attitude.
Yeah. So let's get to the next piece of news, and it's with regards to Shehnaz Gill. And Shehnaz Gill, father received a death threat by an unknown person via phone call. And during this conversation, the person threatened Shehnaz's father, Santokh Singh, also known as Sukh, to kill him before Diwali. And now Shehnaz's father got a call while he was going from Punjab's Bias to Tarantan. According to the reports, the youth first abused Santokh and then said that he would enter his house and kill him before Diwali. Now, a police complaint has been filed. This is not the first time that Shehnaz's father has received a death threat. Even before this, an attempt was made to kill him. In 2021, Santokh joined the BJP on December 25th. He was attacked by two unknown people. The two accused had fired at Santokh. According to police, the attackers were from Amritsar. The unidentified armed men allegedly approached on a bike, and in the attack, Santokh had a narrow escape. The incident took place while Santokh was going from Amritsar to Bias and stopped at a dhaba in Jandiala Guru area. While filing a police complaint, Santokh said that this gunman wanted to go to the washroom and therefore he stopped his car near Gurdaspuria Dhaba. The two bike-bound persons approached his car and fired at him. Reportedly, 4 gunshots hit his car and the attackers fled soon after Santokh's gunmen rushed to save him. So, I mean, just because he joined the BJP party, I really don't know what to make of this particular event. Is it really was there really a threat, or is it part of Shehnaz to use this also for publicity? Is this a
I think
possibility?
it's purely a stunt for her PR. That's all. So let's not put more importance, give more importance to this butterfly. Okay. Now moving on to let's go back to Karthik's statement here. Karthik says, I heard that some guy attacked a few Indian women in US because they were sari clad. Now here, in this case, a California-based man with criminal records has been charged with hate crimes for allegedly attacking as many as 14 Hindu women of Indian descent since June this year. Lathan Johnson, a 35-year-old resident of California's East Palo Alto, has been arrested for targeting Indian women wearing traditional dress and jewelry. Apparently, during his 2 month crime spree, he broke women's arms and bait their husbands for gold jewelry. He rips off their jewelry, drags them down the street, breaks their wrists, beats up their husband, and terrorizes them in is in a just like a property thief, And District Attorney Jane Rosen said he remains now in custody with no bail. He faces a maximum penalty of 63 years behind bars. His next court date is set for November 4th. DA Ronson said that there may be more victims, which is why they were sharing Johnson's mugshot. They asked anyone with information to come forward. In the last few weeks, many from the Indian community spoke about the harassment they face in California on social media. Shankar Kenkre, one of the victims, posted about his mother being targeted in an unrelated non-violent attack for a gold necklace several weeks ago in Foster City. He posted it on Nextdoor and was flooded with comments from other Indians saying it has happened to them or a loved one. Samir Karla of the Hindu American Foundation pointed out the women were just reportedly wearing a sari and bindis, frequenting temples and Hindu sites. So, this is something, friends, I know that all of you are from different parts of the world. Please be careful. I remember when I was in college and I had visited my brother in UK. At that time, my brother used to literally guard me when we used to walk on the streets, because there were these people called punks, who would dye their hair in different colors, and they were called Hindu, dot busters. So whenever they saw an Indian woman wearing a bindi, they would attack. And so at that time too, this is way back, in the we're talking about the 70s, late 70s. We're talking about, and at that time too, this hate crime was there. So I would only request all our viewers, who are settled outside and who, especially in the USA, please be careful, and always keep a distance when you find something, if someone is a little bit aggressive or watching you carefully. Yeah, back to you, Jen.
So coming to the film Goodbye, and I think it's literally a goodbye to Bollywood. So in a literal sense, and Goodbye has become a very big flop. It has a very low opening weekend of just 4 crores, and the collections had failed to grow as much as barely 1.65 crores came in. After a start of 1 crore, one expected that at least Saturday would touch the 2 crore mark. That didn't happen at all. And the trending suggested that there's always a hope for some sort of turnaround. And even if the collections would have doubled and tripled on Saturday and Sunday when compared to Friday, it wouldn't have meant much. So this starred Amitabh Bachchan and Rashmika Mandana. So in spite of having the likes of Amitabh Bachchan and South star Rashmika Mandana, who had a super hit of Pushpa, Goodbye has literally flopped. One of the biggest flops in Bollywood. I think it's the bigger flop than Lal Singh Chadda, right? So
Yeah, also
it is.
remember that this is an
Yeah,
Ekta Kapoor movie. So all the more you should
exactly.
boycott it. Even if it's not a flop, you should boycott it.
I mean, Ekta Kapoor is having a flop even after her lockup, series, and Pavitra Rishta 2 also. So, and after that, she has a flop in Goodbye. So, each and every project of Ekta Kapoor is flopping back to back.
Yeah. Dr. Jaishankar again attacks US federal government, taking indirect jibes for their support of Pakistan. So perhaps this could also be some of the reasons why there is now attack on Indians in
And
USA.
Karthik, one more point is Russia attacked Ukraine today, right, in Kiev. So because of that, the tension between US and Russia is also increasing, and India has to, be neutral as possible because we cannot side with either one because of political strategy in the past and the future. So India is towing a very tight line of both supporting Russia and US. So US does not like this that India is taking a neutral stand, and so there'll be a lot of hostility unfortunately between US and India also I do see that in the future.
Yeah. Gloria says, goodbye to the old man for good. Hope Mr. B gets a message and retires and lives the rest of his life gracefully. No, even if he wanted to live his life gracefully, you can be rest assured that Thaliwali Mami is not going to let him sleep in peace. She is going to make quite a ruckus every time they go out. Now, here, friends, I'd like to tell you something, which is, see, I've repeatedly been saying, is a pattern. That is, the actresses in India, whether Bollywood or Tollywood or Collywood, are, going for surrogacy. Now, Nayantara and Vignesh Nayantara is one of the top actresses in Tamil Nadu. Now, she and her husband, director Vignesh, have gone in for a surrogacy. And they are now in a big, deep mess because the minister of Tamil Nadu, health minister, Ma Subramaniam, says only married adults can donate eggs, and that the director of medical services will inquire into the celebrity couples matters. Now, after dating for a few years, this couple tied the knot in June at a resort in Mahabalipuram. According to reports, the celebrity couple had opted for surrogacy. As the news spread and many congratulated the couple, there were also questions whether it was legal in India for unmarried couples to opt for surrogacy. So here you will see that there is a big problem for this couple. Now remember, friends, that the very reason why the cabal forces these actresses to remain, not have children is because they want them to preserve their figure, for whatever purposes they have in mind, which could be, as you know, what we've been describing
Official
earlier.
and non-official.
Yes. So earlier I didn't know that Nayantara and all could be a part of it. But the moment I read the news that SRK had gone for her wedding and that he was also using her in his film, he realized that there is something very, very fishy, And for all you know, if you ask even Alia Bhatt, perhaps to show her stomach, she will not do it. Perhaps she's only sort of pretending that she has a bump. Perhaps somewhere in South America, some mother is getting ready to give birth to her kids. Everything is fake. This industry itself is
So
fake.
they are
Now,
acting in reality also.
yeah, and these now they have surrogacy. Through surrogacy, they've got twins. So it's very strange. I mean, I feel sad for the kids because see, normally when a mother and father are in every way of normal health, it's always better to have your own child because attachment towards your own blood is the first thing. Okay. If you have no choice, then you go in for surrogacy. And if you have absolutely no choice, go for adoption. These are the methods. But now it has become a market. And third world women have become, like what you call egg incubators. You just put the sperm into them and they'll, bring out kids like, your toaster gives you toast, So everything has become, fast service and without any emotions involved. Because the more you use third world women, you can control them and give them money and shut their mouths, So there could be slavery also involved in this. So when it is forced surrogacy, if you have something like prostitution going on, where women are put together and made to deliver kids every year, that's a different thing. So I'm glad that the minister is doing some research on that, and perhaps she'll come out with something interesting. Jaydeep.
Yeah, Joshi says Madhuri is your age, but see the difference, ma'am. You have Jaydev, so she has 20-year-old children, and that's a good analogy, Joshi. So Lambu is not a humble. Oh yeah, Karthik. Yeah, okay. Lambu is not a humble person as he shows himself. There's so much of on the internet written by him. Pierre asks how much he shall be paid for his presence. Yes, Lambu is he's not at all innocent.
Yeah.
Nayantara's wedding was attended by SRK and connected dots. Yes, Karthik. So Kabal will go to any extent to protect itself. And Karthik, you know that Nayantara, I think, is the highest paid actress in the South, right? As of now. So she is the highest paid actress in the South, and this is what she is doing. Like she's depending on surrogate children, right? So you can see how how it is playing. They can't live without fair powder and desi darus as Ved.
See, in fact, see, another point I'd like to stress here, with regards to these people, when you're talking about, these surrogacy and all that, there is, they don't, without their realizing it, they are moving into an era where, they have become devoid of emotions. Now, if you ask Ananya, see, how much do you care about Chunky Pandey? She'll give you 4 or 5 flowery sentences. After that, she'll kick her father into the bucket. You know, that is the kind of emotions these people have. It's all just, for you to know. You remember when Ria was taken into NCB for questioning? They came out with this, flowers and blah blah blah, on their T-shirts. How many of them really actually felt for Ria? Or felt for SSR. They didn't. They wanted to protect a fellow, a fellow friend who is a part of a very, what you call devious scheme of killing a person through drugs. And you are saying you support them. And the way people were kissing, the person who kissed Ria at this Banti Sajde's party was Banti's sister, who is a part
Seema
of the Bollywood, yes, Seema, Sajde, who was a wife of Salman Khan's brother,
Sohail Khan.
Sohail Khan. So you see that the circle is so small, and just like when we were watching this, Jaydev was actually saying that, see, these men are merely escorts. They are not husbands. They're not boyfriends. They just come, they put their women there at the party, and most probably disappear from the scene. So this is a kind
Escorts
of
come drivers, maybe for
yes,
those.
yeah, sophisticated drivers. That is what one would say. You're right.
One of my friend was crazy about Katrina and obsessed with Bollywood. I asked him to follow your channel. We have many people like this. Yes, Varsha, and these are the unfortunately there are a lot of uninformed young generation of India who is still following the likes of Bollywood. Yes, so it is our responsibility to kind of share this video and spread awareness. Their emotions are only for ATM for at the moment. I heard
In India, I heard drugs also
yes,
kills emotions. Yes.
because G1 because if you heard about an incident in Thailand recently, there was a gunman and an army man who apparently consumed drugs and he killed. He went to a nursery and killed all the school children. So apparently it influences all your emotions, right? One
So
of
here,
my yeah.
yeah, Varsha, just I'm coming back to your point again about Katrina. Now, I just saw a scene in one of the videos where Katrina is coming out of her latest car. Now, the obsession for Bollywood is acquiring the latest luxury cars. So it could be a Mercedes, it could be a Porsche, it could be a Lamborghini. Now, I think now we'll need to actually investigate this whether these car dealers are having some deal with these actresses, which ED should also find out, that whether they are giving the car dealers black money, you know, and these cars are given to them, which are then resold to convert it into white. Because not only is this pattern happening, another pattern that's happening is people like Akshay Kumar are selling their flats. You know, as it is, they have million houses. So they sold recently. He sold one to a photographer, for 64 crores. Now Madhuri Dixit has bought another very expensive house for many crores. Now, see, now I believe that property and luxury cars are being used in money laundering. And I wish the
So
ED will look into this,
don't
and
forget
catch.
the fact that even celebrity marriages that the bride and the groom they get a lot of gifts, and that gifts is also a way of converting into white money, right? Because
Yeah,
in terms of
yeah.
taxation, so they give huge cars, huge jewelry. So that's another way, gifting during these celebrity marriages. Yeah. So coming to the next piece of news is with regards to Adipurush. And as you know, Adipurush had a horrible teaser, and it hurted the sentiments of Hindus, especially with Saif Ali Khan looking like a Mughal king who plays Ravana. Now, the makers of Adipurush have presented Lord Ram as atrocious and revengeful and angry, which is against the traditional picture of the god. And this is a plea has been filed by advocate Raj Gaurav, who alleges that Hindu gods have been presented in an unwarranted and inaccurate way in the film's teaser. Now, the plea states that the defendants have hurt the religious, cultural, historical, and civilizational sentiments of the plaintiff and other Hindus by depiction of Hindu gods, Lord Ram and Hanuman, in a very unwarranted and inaccurate way in the teaser of Adipurush. Now, the makers. So this is another plea which has been filed against Adi Purush, and let's hope that this film gets banned, like many people said, and I'm of that opinion as well. So whenever I see Taimur Abu as Ravan, I can't control my laughter. The horrible tummy also. Yes, Karthik. Mr. Neen has completely forgotten his profession. I think he is going everything but his doctorate profession says. Yeah, so he's becoming the next famous chef. Madhuri can never stand next to ma'am with her fake gliding and hip shaking. Meera ma'am is so graceful, so mature, and Jaydev is a gift. Thank you very much, Human.
So sweet of you. These uterus cells are justified with the help of so-called novels. Now, Savitri says, yes, Himani, why can't Madhuri start Kathak dance courses? Just money and dirty money. Madhuri, okay. Nene will start a company to support Madhuri in future as Bollywood will close shop after 2024. Maya says Deepu's latest venture to start her depression clinics in villages in TN, saying depression is not just in cities, so they want to ship their money laundering drug business to the villages too. So, coming back to this point, Maya, when you said this, again, coming back to the point of where Gauri is doing her program on furnishing, you will see that everything is sponsored by who? Red Chilies. Who is Red Chilies? It's her husband and Juhi Chawla. Okay, and who are the furnishings she's talking about? She's I think she's a big fool. She keeps saying that see, use these furnishings; they're really good. She as if she's talking about a third person when it is actually her brand. If I'm going to say to all of you, please only see Candid Meena, you're going to laugh because that's my brand. Okay, now Gauri does that. She says that see, these furnishings, they've got so much of variety. They're your brand. I think this better this lady go and mix with the Bollywood vibes and spend holidays with the leopards or wherever she wants to go instead of coming on screen and trying to entertain us.
Ravana was a great scholar. He's a Brahmin. After killing him, Rama, to get rid of the sins, he installed Shivlinga. He is a powerful and yes, Joshi,
Exactly.
and
What are they
he
portraying?
was a noble king, and he knew how to play the veena wonderfully well. And
Nitesh
Bollywood
says red chilies, pak chilies, Dubai chilies, Isis chilies. Fantastic. Welcome,
I
Lively.
agree.
Yeah. Deepika can stop all her snorting of white powder. Her depression will vanish in a few months. At least she has a joker at home to make her laugh. Yes. Dhanashri. Whenever we see Lord Rama's pictures or idols without mustache, but here Prabhas is totally different.
Yes.
Yes. And I simply loathe Madhuri's dress sense. All tight, shimmery stuff and those wink wink eyes and crazy swirls and twirls and that stupid outlandish dance groove, jive, whatever, reels. Now, Himani, you have brought back to mind something very important, and that is Madhuri's latest movie, which is, what is the name, Jaydev? It's, by Karan Johar and directed by somebody else. and it's about lesbianism. Now, I think Gejo would have wanted to tell his story. Only thing is, he changed the gender. No, so Madhuri is playing his role. So that is what I assume, and the other character would have been Manish Malhotra, the woman in that movie. Now, let me tell you something. Let me tell the
Majama.
director's uh, Majama. Yes,
Majama.
yeah, it's a Marathi movie. Yeah, so Majama, is it Marathi or Hindi? I think Hindi. Yeah. So
Hindi.
yeah, Majama actually means in Gujarati, "Are you okay?" or something. And so, what I would like to tell the director of this Majama, that this is nothing new that you are showing. Okay, since ages back, bisexuality, same-sex, everything was there. Okay, and nobody made a hue and cry over it. Suddenly, Karan Johar has discovered that he's a homo, and he's celebrating this like his birthday. And he thinks that, see, by telling everybody that this is the most important aspect in a human's life, itself shows that the IQ is nil. Okay, so if he's quitting Twitter, better, because better not to have duds like him, and him, actually encouraging movies like this. I will never say that, see, lesbianism or being gay is wrong. It all depends on the way a person is made. But to broadcast it and to say that our complete Indian society is torn apart because of this is wrong. And this is to split our society, and they don't want a proper normal family. They want everything to be torn apart, drugs and everything to completely tear the social fabric of our society, and then say that, see, how what can we do, we are so westernized. We, even before Westerners knew about it, this was already existing, even in the time of Kama Sutra. Okay, so don't tell us this is all new. And the way Madhuri acts in this movie, makes it's pathetic. None of them can act for nuts, and most terrible is her daughter. I don't know from where they have picked this, what you call namuna, terrible. And to have to presume that every Indian who goes to America, becomes Americanized, and they think nothing about Indian culture. Stereotyping them is also something that these people need to now
So there's
address.
there's an interesting comment by Shaya.
Yeah.
Today, my uncle almost played LSC on Netflix. I took the remote and ran away. That's the right move, Shaya.
Yeah, they're promoting generations which can't identify their gender and think everyone should be. Yes, absolutely. Well said, Ved. It's disgusting. The very thought of lesbianism, how creepy. Purna, I would not say that. See, I wouldn't make fun of it because people have different tastes. That's all. Something that is very personal, just like
Personal
religion.
preference.
Yeah, which is very personal. You, whatever you want to do at home, that's up to you. Okay, but to say that the whole society is like this is totally wrong. So it is only because you have people like, you have the what you call the elite people around the world, call them whatever you want, a satanic cult or whatever, Illuminati. They want India destroyed. The very fact that, see, as Karthik said, the attack on women wearing traditional wear is another reason. They want to see India ripped apart. They cannot stand the fact that a prime minister can rub shoulders with the top leaders of the world and say that we are not only on par with you, but we can supply you things that you may need, your country may need. So today, respect for the Indian has spread all over the world, thanks to a prime minister and thanks to a very good foreign minister.
Yes, Shankar.
So these are things that are irritating, people like Soros, then who goes on this mad rampage like a bull, telling all the Kejriwals and all how to react. The tukde gang. So please understand that, friends. And whenever you see a movie like, I wanted to see this movie just to criticize it. I found that it was such a, hollow movie, trying to prove some point. And for everything, they bring in these, what earlier we used to call hijdas, and show that, how sad they are, how upset they are, let me tell you, dear director of this Majama, okay, in every part of India, They have been absorbed into society and they've been given good posts, including posts in politics. They are not being treated differently. So please do not say India is not advanced. India is very advanced. These people are being absorbed. But don't tell us that each man and woman in India is a lesbian and a gay. Thank you for that.
Yeah, so coming to the next piece of news is that Karan Johar announced today is that he's making space for more positive
Yeah,
energies.
before Jaydev, before you start that, I just wanted to say something, pertaining to this. See, earlier, the person who quit Twitter was Amir Khan. Okay, it is because these people have no spine to listen to a common man's voice against them that they quit Twitter. And if they don't quit Twitter, they will be like Alia and other people who say that only some people can answer their tweets. So selective answers. So which means they're scared of the public person's, what do you call, opinion. Yeah.
Yeah, so one analysis to do is why is he quitting Twitter? Because according to him, Brahmastra is a very big hit, right? Then why is he quitting Twitter? So from that, you can understand that it was a huge flop and that he does not want to hear the truth which the public is voicing right now on Twitter. Now, coming to more of Karan Johar, so many people have asked him, on his show Coffee with Karan, that most of the questions is like Karan asking the sex lives of all the celebrities he interviews on the show, and that's what Karan Johar was asked. And why is there are a lot of questions like why is Karan talking so much about Alia? Why does he talk so much about people's sex lives? And so the verdict was that Karan Johar said that he does not care about what public asks, the kind of questions that public asks, and he will do what he pleases. So this is what makes me happy, and I'll ask whatever I want. I don't care what the public thinks about the questions which I ask. So clearly he's quite scared of the public, and it's very evident from the fact that he quit Twitter today. And but if he comes back to Twitter, then public should ask him why he returned to Twitter, right? So let's take a few comments. Please quit filmmaking and go and settle with your partner in Europe, Kejo. We don't need you here. Well said, Karthik. Tata, bye bye. Yes, Supriya. Who cares whether Karan quits Twitter or Bollywood? Doomed he is. Nowadays, look more yuck. Yes, Savitri. Twitter is getting cleansed. Well said, Vishali. Karan Johar is mentally sick. He needs treatment. He should see a clinical psychologist. I think the clinical psychologist will go mad after seeing Karan. Anushka doesn't drink water from India. Does she take bath with water from India or even that is imported? Kejo is Mohale Wali auntie.
Mohalle wali auntie. Now here,
Yes.
see what I would like to say is that half biryani he is uncooked rice. Okay. Now what I'd like to say is in this Banti Sajdeh's birthday party, you should see the way this Gejo poses. Except for having guns, he has everything else. And he's got the style of posing like James Bond. With those very loose, flary pants.
Pouting his lips.
Yeah, very loose, flary pants. He looks like a pig with glasses. I can't see anything more. So we feel like saying, shoo, shoo, piggy, shoo, shoo, that sort of thing when he poses. Karan really has too much ego problems. Yes. Man, this means he's making this show for himself. Yes. To hell with Kirananti. Yes. Yes, yeah, Vishali, he is quite a sight. He makes everyone, laugh the way he poses. He pouts. Can you imagine? We know women pout, when they pose for pictures, all these glamorous dolls. But him pouting, it's the limit.
Peppa
Peppa
Pig.
Pig. Yes,
That's a good
yes,
one,
exactly.
Pooja.
He's a Peppa Pig. I think we should call him Peppa Pig now, from now on. Now, going to the verdict is out for Urvashi Rotela and Rishabh Pant. The two dated for a while, posted bitter Instagram stories about each other, and soon the hype around them disappeared. Except Urvashi decided to visit Dubai and reignited the controversy. She attended all the matches where Team India were playing, and therefore her ex-claim Rishabh was there. As expected, the camera panned to Urvashi multiple times during the match, including when Pant lost his wicket. The internet exploded with memes which mocked both Urvashi and Pant. In an ideal situation, the saga should have come to an end after the Asia Cup. However, Miss Diva Universe decided to follow her heart and landed in Australia 1 week before the T20 World Series. Now, her Australia visit left many people rather surprised. Her being in Dubai seemed to be a mere coincidence. But the well timed Australia visit shows that she's following, or rather stalking, a Pant around the globe, being fully aware that her mere presence in the stadium will make headlines. Is the behavior not predatory and creepy? Now, here, what I'd like to say is that I think the people who have been reporting this are completely wrong. Now, yes, she is behind this guy for sure, but she is not someone who just goes to Dubai to see him. She's posted there by the couple. And she has a house which is also designed by none other than the luxury king Versace. If you go to her house, even the sheikhs won't have such a huge house. Now, what does she do? Where does the money come from? And where? And see, what is she doing exactly in Dubai? Let me tell you something. There was a man who exposed women who come on Instagram and pose as models and fly around using their clients' cards for shopping. Apparently, they go there because they are paid heavily by certain people who can use them and do whatever they want. And all they want instead is to get cards, okay, which means they're ATM cards. And they can shop wherever they want, do whatever they want, or based on what they do. So let us not distort this Bollywood PR and say that this is a love affair between these two. There is no love affair. She's trying to show that she has a connection with this man, and I don't know why the cabal is also promoting it. Maybe there is something that they stand to gain in this PR. Yeah,
Rishabh
Karthik.
Pant, please keep away from them. Focus on sports and get married soon. Yes, see, purposely they are laying a trap for this cricketer, just like how it's for the other
Kohli.
cricketers
Yeah,
like Kohli
Kohli was
and
also
yeah,
honey trapped. So many of them were honey trapped. They say Rautela should be arrested for stalking Rishabh. Most probably, Rishabh has been given as yes, exactly, Maya.
yes.
See, this is the point that I'm getting to. This is a honey trap, and they are doing it to everybody. Who do you think? How do you think the small 5 foot man, what is his name, Virat Kohli, got this tall girl? She was also known for some couch casting, according to the rumors in the Bollywood grapevine. So it was all a honey trap. And where is all this made? It is in Bunty Sajde's garden. Okay, Bunty Sajde is managing the cricketers' careers. So what he does is, when he does that, he makes them meet these women, and that's how all these relationships start. Do you by any chance think that Virat Kohli is in love with his wife? I've not even seen a tender glance between them, and you would think that these people are in love. Not at all. If anyone wants to save their kids, their culture from getting affected from dirty Bollywood, please share this channel more and more
Yes.
to open your
Thanks,
loved
Jeevan.
ones' eyes. It's important. Thank you, Jeevan. Wish all of you would also like the channel when you come and watch us, because it makes a huge difference. And also here, I'd like to make a small point, and we are now 2 years in existence, more than 2 years, and if any of you feel that our channel should grow, please contribute to it, because now we have, Jaydev will give the details in the scrolling thing, where you can, any amount of money that you think is good to support us. Please do support us. It makes a huge difference to this channel. For 2 years, we did not say this because we wanted to prove to you that we are, trying to open people's, eyes to things. Now, if you feel this channel is convincing to contribute. It could be anything, and that would make a huge difference to this channel because we do not have any sponsors. Shreyas Iyer is up for grabs. Hope he remains immune to honey
Yes,
trap.
Karthik,
Me too, Minaji. They are very
much
much,
stoned.
much. Yes, absolutely. You need a central rule of a fair election with a sealed border. I had read Virat Kohli did not want to marry. Yes, Anushka. Yeah, this
Virat
will be a
Kohli had many affairs with other girls before Anushka. So why didn't he marry those girls, right? So you should ask yourself that question.
absolutely. Thank you, Pooja. Hope, how can such mature people be honey trapped? Are they teenagers? They deal with media and reporters. Here, Vladimir, let me tell you something. Today we were watching some scenes from Mauni's birthday, and the way she treated her husband and the way she treated him earlier when they got married is totally different. Now she doesn't even look at him eye to eye. He's even scared to touch her. And if you look at him, he looks absolutely detached from her. So he has come to know the truth, complete truth about Mauni. This is how they discover. Once they are into the trap, then they will be forced to do things, which they may not want to agree to. Shadi kam sauda zyada hai. Yes. Vladimir. For BJP, only 2024 matters as they are busy consolidating their powers. Gandhi Mukt Congress, yes. In fact, friends, I'd just like to tell you before we close the session that I had done a detailed report on Ankita in Hindi today at 1 p.m. Okay. Now, see,
Ankita Bandari.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, Ankita Bhandari, who was killed, thrown into the canal. Now, what I want you to know is that, see, this story of Ankita Bhandari is nothing new. Though I will not name the person who has done it, many years back, they did one of the top politicians, the son of a top politician, did the same to a woman who was asked to visit him in his farm. He and his friends gang raped her. And then after that, when she complained to her father, who was also a part belonging to that party, apparently they were made to disappear. And the courts worked in the politician's son's favor. I'm sure you all know which case it is. So this Ankita Bhandari's case is nothing new. Politicians are given so much of power. If you look at even BJP, I'm not saying that BJP is cleansed in milk. No, even in BJP today, if you look at some of the ministers, you know, they did not have much money when they started off, but today they boast of so many houses, so much jewelry, so many cafes, so many restaurants. From where did all this money come? Surely you are taking bribes or something hanky panky is happening. So now you can see that in both sides people are corrupt. Otherwise, you check their assets and find out how did they get so much money so fast. So if you friends like to watch the story on Ankita, we've told you the complete story of how a small young girl who wanted to do well in hospitality, who was the apple of her father's and mother's eye, was killed brutally. A woman who wanted to go and study abroad and specialize in hospitality, a young, beautiful girl, who did, her course in English just to, get her dreams fulfilled, was torn apart by this politician's son and his friends. It's as if, middle class and lower class lives do not matter to them. So, friends, on this note, if you would like to see that video, please see this video and share it with friends who speak Hindi, so that the not only the story is seen by many, also people will write about it and protest to the government whether the parents are getting justice or not. Now there is a SIT, looking into the case. We want to see what has happened to this young girl. So I think on that note, Jaydeep, we can take say goodbye. And also, friends, we will be mentioning, in case you'd like to, sort of contribute anything, We'll be putting it in the scrolling format from tomorrow. So, in case you would like to put in anything, and I would say just to help us out, it would be great because it's a lot of hard work and we wish this channel will grow. Thank you so much and good night from Jaydev and me. Thank you.
Good night.